Hello friends, welcome to another live streaming where we are going to build the clone of WhatsApp, and this is going to be a very good clone because the functionalities are way too much. The clone is will have a Google authentication, and with that you can able to log in with different accounts, different Google account. Actually, this is such a complete app that you can host it yourself. This is and the app resembles WhatsApp web a lot. Means a lot. So let me give a small demo of the app, then we will start it. So I hope you're able to see my screen now. So this is the app. So let me refresh it. So I've opened it in two screens. Okay. So I will have this nice sign in with WhatsApp thing, but we have to sign in with Google. So log in with your Google account. So I will log in with one of my Google account here, and it will open this. So everything you can see, it is like WhatsApp web only. So everything is there. A lot of things work here actually. This is coming from the latest. This are there. So I can go to any one of them. New year have come. Okay, so new year have come. Also the date is taken from the server. So anywhere you're in the world, it will be okay, means it will be same. So we are taking the date from the server. So let me log into another screen, and let me log in with another account. So see, this is taking from the account, actually the account, that name, and this name is also taken from your Google account. Okay, so this is my account, and this is my wife's account. So and the thing is that it is very responsive because firebase is a real-time database and you don't have to do much, because if you were going to make it in Mern, we'd have to do a lot of things. And the other thing which is nice there, so it is like more like a Slack than a Google chat. Means add new chat. I can add a new chat also, like this. Dev questions. Okay, and the dev questions is there. I need dev questions, so it is there. I'm coming here and I can give something. So it is done. So it is too much, too good. So as I can tell, see this is also deployed, so you can also deploy it and you can do anything with it. So let's get started. Actually it will be going to be a long build. I think it might take around 3 hours, and I will try to love to complete it today itself. So for that, let's get started soon. So I am in a folder, React projects. Let me start it, and px create React app WhatsApp firebase. Let me give it YT for YouTube. I generally remove these clones after this is done, and while it is been done, what we are going to do, we are going to go to Firebase console. And so the hosting and database, what will be Firebase? So I have a lot of Firebase stuff. So I try to give it the same name. So what is the same name? The same name is WhatsApp Firebase YT. So WHATL WhatsApp Firebase YT. So this will be my name. Continue. Let me adjust my mic. Continue. No, I don't want Google Analytics. Create project. Creating project. Continue. And I have to go here, go to project settings, and then I have to create on the web icon and try to give it the same name what you have given earlier and what is your name of the app. So I generally keep it same. So WhatsApp firebase YT, and this is very important to select firebase hosting for this app, register app, and so this we don't need. I have already done this npm install -g firebase 2. So if you use the -g, it is for global. So I've already done this, I don't have to do it again. So then I'll do next, and this we'll do at a last. So we can directly go continue and come here, and then we need to copy the config actually. So everybody will have a different config, and it is okay to show this API key. It is okay to make it public, it doesn't affect anything. So what I will do, I'll copy it, then see I got my happy hacking thing. So WhatsApp firebase YT, I'll open it in the code editor, and what way should I show? Actually I'm thinking I'll take the full screen only, it is much better. And it's better to do a npm start here. So I generally do npm start in my terminal. So npm start is there, it will start development server. I don't want it in here, I want it in my what is this? Okay, so let me increase the font size. Okay, it is increased. I'll go to the src, and I will actually create a new file, firebase.js, which we are going to use later on, but we should not forget it. So let me do it. So let me copy this and let me paste it here. We are going to come back to it soon, so let me do it. And now we'll do some basic setup, because we don't want it to be shown like this. And also the basic setup we always do. So first, the first thing which I'm going to do is to remove some of the things. So what we are going to remove, we are going to remove all these extra things: logo, app test, delete, delete, then app.css, control A, delete, save, index.js, don't want this, don't want this, app.js, don't want this, and let it be app, because we're soon going to use this. A is small, logo is not there anymore. And then see, on app.css also I removed everything. Okay, so here h1 WhatsApp clone, save it, refresh it. So WhatsApp clone is there, but you can see some gap is there. So this gap is actually not good. Every element generally have this gap, every element. So what we need to do, we need to fix it. So how to fix it? We have to go to the index.css and then do a star. So it will select all the element, and margin will be 0. Okay, so save it. Now we will come here and we will remove see, now the margin is 0. I'll come here, remove this, and have a div dot app underscore body. So let me have this, and Let me have the styles for this. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm not going to write that much css, because as I have already told, this is a very this is going to a very long stream. So if I start writing every css, it will take me a lot of time, so I will explain it. Okay, so let me copy it. Okay, so app.css, it is display grid, place item center. So this is a trick to make everything at the center. So this is equivalent to saying display grid, justify content center, align item center, this place item center. And height you have to give, then only it will be center. Background color, then the app body, I'm coming it is and making it as flex. Background color is a bit different. Margin top -50, and I'm giving a box shadow also. So what it will result, it will result in this box, and this box is coming because of this app body, and this box width and height and width we are taking. So within this only everything will be there. Okay, so this is done. Now what we are going to do, now let me close it. Now src, a new folder, components folder will be there. Components folder, inside this sidebar dot js and sidebar dot css, this two I'm going to make. And here RAFCE, react functional component with arrow function, and then import sidebar.css. Okay, and then class name equal to sidebar, and div dot sidebar. We are going to have 3 section in it in the sidebar. So uh, sidebar header. So what is this sidebar we are making? We are making this part. Okay, this part we are making sidebar header. So the second will be sidebar search, and the third one will be chats. Okay, now let us quickly do one more thing, and we are going to do what we are going to do. We are going to install the material UI in our project. So for installing the material UI, what we need to do, we need to install it. We can install it here, we can stop the terminal and install it here, but it's better to do Control J, and we are in the right directory, because there is only one folder. We are doing the building the front end and the back end also through firebase, so everything is through firebase. So we generally have one folder. In my one projects, if you see, I have generally 2 folders. So here I don't have, so I will do npm I at the rate of material UI and core, material UI core. Okay, so we are going to use material icon. So for that I need to have this core, material UI core, and similarly I will have icons, material UI icons. Yeah, okay, let me do one more thing. Let me increase a bit more the font size. I think it will be much better on a smaller screen also to see this. So let it be done, and once it is done, let me again, we are going to import some of the avatars and all those things. So it's better to not write them manually, and it's better to get them. So let me go to my sidebar, and They're just imports and nothing more than that. So I'm going to get the imports. What happened? What happened suddenly? Okay, don't know. Okay, so I will have this avatar icon button from material UI core, donut large, chart icon, movement icon. This all I am going to have, and beside this, so now I will come to this sidebar header. So first we're going to do this, and here I'm going to use the avatar. So avatar is done, and then div dot sidebar underscore header right I'm going to have, and now icon button I'm going to have, and inside this the first thing which I'm going to have is donut large icon. Yeah, donut large icon. Let me copy it 2 more times. Okay, so donut large icon is there. After that I will have this chat icon, and after this I am going to have this more word icon. Okay, so these three I am going to have. So let me save it. Now this will not show anywhere, means this is not showing anywhere actually. Why? Because we have not imported it in app.js. In React, if you want to see anything, you have to have this somewhere in the root component. So it is sidebar. So this import is also very important. So when I imported sidebar, this sidebar also should come. Okay, so sidebar is there. Now when I saved it, let me come back here. So I'm seeing all these icons. Okay, so now it's time to style them. So again, styling them, I have imported oh, I didn't imported one important thing, so let me do that first. Import, whether I imported, import sidebar.css. Okay, sidebar.css is there. Now I have to do the sidebar. So again, I'm not going to say much about the styles, and I'm going to copy it. So sidebar.css, I don't know, it is taking some time. My system is slow or what, I am not understanding actually. See, this is working fine. This is working fine. Oh, it is coming, but it is very slow actually. So what happened? When I'm going back from here, it is coming very slow. Sidebar header. Okay, it's okay. So what we are doing, so first we're targeting the sidebar. This sidebar we are targeting and making it a flex, and flex direction is column, and flex is 0.35. 0.35 means it will not take the whole thing. So again, oh, I have taken it again. No, and I have to don't. Okay, sidebar header, then sidebar right. Okay, now it's okay. So sidebar header is this one, which is inside the sidebar So this is again display flex, justify containing space between, and padding and all those things. So this actually have two children, one is this and one is this. These are the two children of it, avatar. And if you want to learn more about flexbox, I have a very good flexbox series, please go through it. Okay, so these two are there. So that I'm taking as flex, and after that again header right again display flex, line item center, just drag and center. Header right, it contains actually three icons. So avatar is outside and this contains three icons. So these are again flex, center and all. And this, why I'm targeting this is because the icons by default they have this class attached to it. And your material UI, we have directly have this class. So I'm actually targeting that class and giving a margin right. So how, see, now everything is looking exactly fine what I want to show them. And if you want to see, if I do an inspect and go to inspector only, see this mu icon root. So if you want to target those button, you have to target this. And if you want to make something out of it, means, and you have, if you want to change the font size, you have to give as important, because you're overriding the default font size which is there. So you have to use like this. So this is a way which we use in a lot of places. Okay, so let it be done. And then now now again we are going to have a sidebar search, and inside this div dot sidebar underscore search container, and this will be search outlined. So it is automatically done from material UI icon search outline. Okay, so after that I'm going to have a input box, placeholder will be equal to search or start new chat, type equal to text. Okay, so this is done. And if I go back, oh, sometimes it doesn't refresh so quickly. What is happening? See, sometimes I don't know, nowadays React is, sometimes this thing happens a lot. See, it is showing it as compiling. Okay, so it will be compiled, don't worry about it. So we have to style it actually, this, the thing, search bar, we have to style it. So again, let me go back here and oh, so what is happening when I'm leaving this VS Code? So something is happening, means, man, I'm not able to. Okay, I have to come back from somewhere else, I think. Okay, so see again, sidebar search, let me save it again. I'm doing this sidebar search, and displays flex, align item center. We are using a lot of flex here, hide padding, and search bar container, which is the one which is here. Search container, I'm giving for that. And mbg icon, again we have an icon inside it which is search outline. So I'm giving, again the color is changing, and the input also I'm changing the border none and all those things. So hope this is updated. Yeah, and this is updated fine. Okay, this is updated fine. And the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to come here and sidebar chat, but chats we have to do, but this will be a different component in itself. Sidebar chat, actually this will be a different component in itself. So let me first go here. Cyberchat.css is there. Let me do a RAFCE, and let me do another thing, import cyberchat.css. So now what will happen, I can import this with control spacebar, and it is imported. Okay, so one more thing we have to do before we move to the cyberchat.js, and that thing is we have to have this style. Actually, it will be flex will be 1, background color will be white, and overflow will be scroll. And now in sidebar chat, see, everything is done, this white and all those things. So now we will have the chat here. So it is taking shape, and it is taking shape quite well. So I'm here, and now class name equal to sidebar chat. Thanks, Anita, for the nice comment. So some okay, so let me go back, and now the sidebar chat is there. So first thing I will do avatar. Oh, again the same thing. If I am taking my mouse over it, I don't know what is happening with my Windows machine, which I was so proud of. Okay, avatar is there. So avatar is done from our core. So the next thing which I'm going to do is div dot sidebar chat underscore info. Okay, so here the placeholder, right now I am having the placeholder which is room name and p. So this, all these things we are going to have from the database soon, and we are also going to have it come as a much better, means not like a room name and all those things. Okay, so avatar, there is a nice trick for avatar. Actually, avatar, if I give it like this, see, one thing I will tell. Okay, let me do one more thing first. Let me have 2 3 sidebar chats. Okay, like this. Let me have 4. So let me save this, and so the avatar will be like bland, something like this. Like this it will come, nothing, and the styling is not there. We will have the style soon, but I don't want this bland avatars should to be there. I want them to have a nice feeling to it. So there is a very good site which is known as avatars dot dicebar.com. avatars.dice bar. Okay. Avatars.dice bar. Dice. Actually, this is not dice bar. This is dice beer.com. Okay, so avatar.dicebase.com, what happens if you give any seed to it, means I will generally choose this human thing, and if I give any seed to it, literally any seed, means 1 or d3, it will make it on. So I want it to be random. So this is how I can make it random. So documentation, okay, I will take it from my link anyway. Okay, sidebar chats. Okay, so I have to come here and src seed. So what is this seed? So I don't want it every time to have the same thing. So what I did here, as you could have see this, I have 4 sidebars, so I want 4 different emojis for that. So this seed should be random. So how to get a random thing? So it's very easy to have it in react. So again, we are using everything functional here, so we are using hooks and all. So this seed I'm going to change. So I'm going to have const seed comma set seed equal to use state. Let me have the, okay, use state didn't came. Okay, I want this use state actually. Okay, use state should be here or it will give me error. So this state I am going to have seed. Now this I have to change also. So how I will change? So I will change it by use effect and it will run only once. Actually this component will be called many times. See, I have called it 4 times, so it will get called many times. So every time it will call, this use effect will be called. Okay, so I don't want this cleanup and all these things. So set seed, which is empty string actually. So math dot floor and math dot random into 5000. Okay, like this. Yeah, but I don't have this use effect. Okay, use effect is also there. Now let me save it now. So now what will happen? Seed will be every time different. So this b I have just put, you can put c also, d also, it doesn't matter, or you can leave it as it is. So seed will be different. So every time, maybe 1 2 3, every time will be different. So the effect will be there. I will get a different image for every one of them, different avatar for everyone, and then this is a nice avatar. Okay, so this is great. This is already looking very good. So let's fix this styles because they are all not looking good in sidebar chat.css. So let me go to sidebar chat.css. Let me copy everything. Let me come here. I don't know why this is happening today, so I have to go back to somewhere else and then come back, and then I'm doing the sidebar chat display flex padding 20px pointer cursor sidebar chat. This is the sidebar chat. This is the sidebar chat. Okay, and border bottom, then anchor tag I'm changing, that hover I have changed, and s2 also I have changed. So there is s2 inside this, so s2 is also I have changed, and sidebar info, this info also I'm giving a margin left. So let me save it. Did I? Yeah, I have done the import also. So now it is looking good, and the hover effect is also there. So now it is perfect. Now in this sidebar chat only, as in the final product, you will be seeing this add new chat is there, in which if I click, I will get this thing. Okay, So we have to create that. So let us create that sidebar, that new. So we can create a different component also, but it is better we can create it here only. How we will create it here. So I'm going to this sidebar chat, and I will get a prop from the parent component. The prop will be add new chat, add new chat, and add new chat I'm going to have, and see, this return is there. So if it is not of add new chat, then I will show this, which is the most of the cases, or else I'm using a ternary operator this, and div dot, it will also be a sidebar chat. Okay, it will not come like this. I have to let me do this. Sometimes I'm very lazy in writing the code. Okay, so h2 add new chat, and on click equal to create chat. So on click of it, we will create a function. So let me have that function. So create will be an arrow. So this we are going to create later on. So like this we are going to do. So now we have to pass this from the parent. So this is very easy to pass. Means we just have to go here and pass it in the first one. Why? Because we wanted it in the start. So if I do this like this, and if we come back here, so add new chat is there. The click functionality is not yet done, but it is there. So our this sidebar is all complete. Means all not means the designing and all are complete. So now what we are going to do, we are going to move to this part, and there is a lot of things to be done. This is to be done, this is to be done, and this is to be done. Okay, so we move there, and for that we are going to create a chat component. Okay, so let us create that. chat.js, chat.css, chat.js, and chat.css. Okay, RAFCE, import chat.css. Okay, and we are going to have a lot of things like this sidebar chat. So again we are going to have this avatar, and also let me copy this avatar, let me copy it here, and then we again going to have the seed thing to show a random avatar. So seed thing also I will copy, and then div class name equal to chat. Okay, and then div dot chat header, and again inside this I'm going to have this avatar. For this avatar I am having it inside it, and a class like this only I'm going to change the name header. It is inside header only, but this time, so it will be h3 room name, last not message, it is last seen at, and h3 and p, and this is not sidebar chat anyways, this is now different class. Chat underscore header info last seen at, and this okay, this is okay. Now for that, let me have two more divs. Div dot chat underscore body, and the other one will be f footer, other one will be footer. Okay, now we are not seeing our chat component anywhere, so let's move back to our app, and here see chat. No, it is wrong. I don't want this one. So it imported something wrong actually, so I want this one actually. Let me save it, and let me go back. Oh, use state and use effect are not there. Okay, not an issue. Chat react, and it is showing perfectly. Not perfectly means the style is not there, but the avatar is something like different. So let us have those things now. So again here, see, after this actually chat header info, again like this, not like this, I think like a sidebar. I have something, yeah, like this. I will have, okay, like this I will have. So it will be named div dot chat underscore the right. Okay, div dot chat header, right? And let me means once again I will copy this thing actually, not so avatars comma, let me have one thing, icon button, let me have this. Okay, and these things. So these things I am going to have, but how can I have this? This is not imported, so let me import this. Is it imported? Yeah, it is imported. So the way I'm doing is I'm taking the mouse cursor here, and then I'm pressing control space bar. It is done. Control space bar, then enter. So see, all these are done. So let me save it. Okay, so if I go back, this will be shown like this, but we don't have any styles, so it's time to put the styles here in chat.css. So I'm going to chat.css, and again I'm going to copy the styles because we again don't have time. See, we have not even moved it to our backend, means nothing, means everything is right now still here. So and it is almost 1 hour. So this chat Chat will be display flex. Flex direction is column. Flex is 0.26, no, 0.65. Why it is 0.65? Because if I think, if I go to sidebar and sidebar.css, somewhere, yeah, it is 0.35. So 0.35 and 0.65 is 100, so it will take the rest of the space actually. So then chat header, I'm giving chat header, I'm giving some display flex and all those things. Chat header info flex one means it should take all the space. So chat header info is flex1. Chat header info s3 is there, and chat header info p is there. Okay, so let me save it, and once I save it, it is showing perfect. See, we are not going to have a functionality for almost all of them. Even with the functionality which we have, it is way too much. So this search is not there. If you want, you can implement it. This all these icons will not be there. But yeah, this will be from database. This will be from database. This will be there, and the main feature will be there. So this all things are also not there. So upload a thing and all those things are not there. Okay, so that is done. So now in chat.css, we are going to have a nice background image from WhatsApp web, so it will look much like that. So here in, since chat body is there, we'll have in place of that, and that is a very cool thing to do. Means we'll see. So this chat body is there in is, it is a flex one, and background image URL. So this I've got from the web. So this is a nice thing from, you'll soon see. Background repeat is repeat, background position is center, padding and scroll we have taken. If I save it now, I waited for some time. So see, this is the nice WhatsApp background image is there. So it is there. Okay, so this is done. Now I'll come back to the chat, and we have to complete the chat body now. So let us complete the chat body, and then it will be p class name will be equal to chat message, span dot chat underscore name adendu, then hey guys, anything, span dot chat underscore time. So I'm using emit, that's why I'm doing dot and that, and then I'm pressing the tab. So it is chat timestamp. So chat timestamp. Right now what I'm doing, right now I'm doing it like this, the new data I'm taking. But later on what we are going to do, we are going to take it from the server side. New date dot to local date string, date not date string, to local time string actually it is. Okay, so if I save it, it will show like this. Hey guys, under time it is showing. Okay, so I want another one of it, so let me do that. What is happening? Why is the tab not working? Okay, I don't know what is happening in this live streaming. So let it be different. The web dev. Okay, so these are the two chat messages which I have. So actually we want to differentiate between the two chat messages. So whenever in WhatsApp you might have seen if there are two chat messages. Okay, let me show the WhatsApp web. See, this is one is a sender, one is a receiver. So both of them have different styles. One is the green and one in on one side, one is on other side. So we have to differentiate between them. So how do we differentiate between them? So when it will come from the server, it's a different thing, but right now also in the style we want to show them. So we are going to add a different class to it. Okay, so we are going to add a different class to it. So I'm going to remove this. Okay, I'm going to select everything, shift this, and then I'm going to make it a template string like this. Okay, chat message, and again a thing dollar. So right now I'm passing it true, so it will be true always, but this true thing we are going to change soon. And then if it is true, then I will add chat receiver. So another class chat receiver will be added. Okay, so nothing will be changed right now unless we put the styles. So let us put the styles for this all chat messages, chat name, and all those things. So let me come back here and chat messages, chat name, chat receiver. So this chat message is there. It is position relative 16px and padding, and all these things are there. Background radius, background color, and chat name is inside it, so it is position absolute. So whenever we want to use position absolute, the parent should have position relative most of the time. So the chat, or else it will take the main container. So if you want to learn more about it, I have a CSS course also. Chat name is there, position absolute, top minus 15, and font weight is there, and the chat timestamp is small. Chat receiver, the color we are changing it. Chat receiver, the color we are changing. Margin left is auto. This is very important, so it shifts it to the left. So let me save it and see. Now it is perfect. Actually, time is small and everything is perfect. Okay, now we will complete our footer. So what is this footer? Footer is this, the main thing through which we type and pass. So now we will complete this footer. So go back to the chat. Here I'm going to have one insert emoticon, insert emoticon, and another import I'm going to have. Let me have it, import mic icon from at material UI icons, mic, and like this. These two things I have. Now chat footer, I'm there in the chat footer, and here insert emoticon from input placeholder equal to type message, type equal to text, and button will be there. Send a message, type equal to submit, type will be submit, and after that form, the mic icon will be there. Okay. Then let us see whether it is showing or not. So it is showing, but it is very ugly, as you can see. So again, we will beautify it. Chat.css, and we have every class. Do we have every class? Yeah, we have every class. So chat.css and chat footer, chat footer, chat footer, chat footer button, and this. Chat footer, display flex. Display flex solves 99% of the solution problems. Actually, everything will be fixed with just these three things. And height and less. Flex one means the form should take a lot of space. And what is the form? Form is the input box. It should take what most number of space means. Flex one means that. Then display flex is here also. Form input is also one, outline border and all those things. Multi-v icon. And form button is display none. Why I have taken a display none? Because I don't want to show the form. Why I don't want to show the form? See, in WhatsApp web also it is like that. If you write something and then press on enter, it will go. So display none we have done for that reason, so the button should not be shown. But see, in button I have done the type is submit. So type is submit means if I press the enter, it will work. So that is the HTML thing, and for that you have to put it inside a form. That is a form thing which you can do. So let me save it. So I will not see the button, but the enter functionality is there. For enter functionality only I have done that. Okay, so it is showing nice. So it's showing exactly. So it is showing exactly like WhatsApp web here. So if we were doing HTML CSS project means only, so we could have said it done here, because this is completely as the WhatsApp web which we see. Okay, so now let add some functionality to this input box and on click. So let us add those things. So for that I'm here, and I don't know why tab is not working. See, it is going here. I don't know, weird things are happening. Const, you don't know what will happen in this streaming thing. Set input. I'm streaming to StreamYard. Should not cause much problem. Use state. Use state is already there, not an issue. Set input, use state, and then let me take it in. Again, the tab is not working, and I am used to this tab thing actually. Don't know, it will be a very big problem for me. If the tab is not working, I'll have to press this 3 times. Value equal to input. So this is the way controlled component in React will work. So if you don't know about control component, you can check my React tutorial also. It is very good. So it teaches everything. E set input e dot target dot value Okay, on change, and let us make an on click also. On click equal to send message. Send message is there. Const send message equal to e dot prevent default and set input like this. And then we are done. So now the thing which we have to do, we have to work on firebase now. So we want to get all this data from firebase, so let us do that. Control J. As I have always told that I generally do it here because my npm is running here, my React app is running here. So what we have to do now, npm I firebase we have to do, and then we have to import something actually from firebase. Just let us put that there. Okay, it's very slow. Firebase, let me import those things. Import those things. Storage, I think we are not going to use. Okay, so firebase is installed. Let me close it. Control B. So what we have done some imports from firebase and storage database and all, and then firebase app we have to initialize it with this firebase config which we have, and then db also we are going to use, auth also we are going to use. So these two we have to do, and then the Google provider we are going to use. So we are going to use those things, so that's why we have to use this thing. Okay, so we are going to use Google auth and we are going to use the db also. So let me save it. Now we are going to first use the data. So let me go here, go to my firebase and go to cloud firestone. It is very important to go to cloud firestone and not real-time database. So it is very important. So you go to this cloud firestone here and then do a create database and then start in test mode because we are doing this test mode. Okay, and then next, this is okay, enable it, and it will take actually some time to complete it. So let it be completed. So yeah, it is done. So click on this start collections here. So it will take you to this. Okay, so click on the start collection and we are going to have a rooms. We're going to store the rooms here, rooms, and then I will create the next, and then I will have to give the room a name. So name, and let me give the first room name coding room. So it is not allowing me to save because I have to give a auto ID. So I click on this, it will generate a random number. So then after that I can do a save. So if I do a save, see a new room is been saved. So I want more than one room. It's better to have more than one room. So let us create another room. So for that I have to do a add document here, not here because I'm not creating another collection. Let me do the auto ID, and again it will be name string, it will be dev. The room name will be dev help. So let me do it, dev help. So this is done, and now we have to use it. So we can use it now because our firebase is also set up. np my firebase we have also done. So now we will go back to our code, and this we can close. Let it be there so I can show it. I will go to the sidebar. So where sidebar, because here we are passing the rooms, so different rooms we are hard coding it and passing it. So here first thing we are going to have is const rooms comma set rooms equal to use state so it will be an empty array. So the rooms will be an empty array. Now we will fill it through the thing which we got from firebase. So how to do that? So for that, okay, so one more thing, import database from dot firebase. So we are getting the this db from here. Okay, so now after that, again this is happening, I'm not liking it. So how to solve it? Actually I don't know. Let me save it. Let me do one thing, let me close it because I'm not liking it actually. So sorry for that, but I'm used to that and it is help, and it is taking away my productivity. Yeah, now it is working. Use effect. So use effect we are going to do. So use effect, I want it to run only once, so this will be an empty array. And let me remove this, and I want use effect to be imported here also. I'll come here, control space bar, second one I have to take, and it is done. Now how to use the data from firebase? So it is very easy to use the database from firebase. You don't have to set up any api route, api endpoints or something. So that's why firebase is very simple than a thing like one stack. So we are going to do the same thing in merge stack next week. So stay tuned for that. db dot collection and rooms. So db dot collection dot rooms, if we are going to do, we are going to have access to these rooms, and then on snapshot keeps on running and check if there is any changes there in the database. So it keeps on checking if there are any changes there. So snapshot, and now what we are going to do, whatever we are going to get, we are going to get an array actually. So we are going to set that array using the set rooms. So set, inside the set rooms I'm going to use, now here we are going to set it, and here we are going to get snapshot dot docs dot map, and here, so we are mapping to it. Actually we get an array, so we are mapping to it and changing it a bit. So doc like this, then now array we get actually. So array id object array of, so doc dot id comma data is doc dot data, like this we have. So like this we have. So let me save it. And now we will have a rooms array. So we can come here. Okay, and don't remove the first one will be like this, but the rest of them will come from here. Okay, so we'll do this rooms dot map room. Okay, and here sidebar chat will go, and in sidebar chat will pass everything. So key, so key also we need to pass, because if it's an array like this, React gives some warnings because if you don't pass a key. So we have a unique ID here. So room.id, actually we did the ID for that thing also, and ID equal to also room.id. Actually we are going to use this soon ID, and name equal to room dot data dot name. Okay, so this name is there. Let me save it. And now we are going to go to the sidebar chat, because we have now these two, ID and name, two new props are there. So we are going here, and ID comma name, we are going to pass ID comma name, and instead of the ID we are soon going to use, but instead of the room name, what we are going to use is name. And if everything is right, we should get the coding room and the dev help, because that are the rooms which we actually saved, which that are the rooms which names is like this. If I go here, yeah, everything is right. So dev help and coding room are there. Okay, so it is there, it is working. So like this, in sidebar chat only, we have something known as for create room. So this one, add new chat. Okay, so add new chat, yeah, it is okay, add new chat. So again, so what we are going to do, see, we have manually created the room right now in the database. Now I want to create the room by clicking on the add new chat. Okay, so import db from .firebase, and now we have to add this const room name equal to prompt please enter name for chat if room name, then db dot collection is rooms, and we just have to use this dot add, just have to use this dot add. So this is so simple in Firebase, so simple, and I have become a fan of Firebase actually. So you're going to get more thing in this channel regarding Firebase. Name is room name, so it is done, name is room name. Okay, and now I think it will work. Dev quiz, let me enter this. So this prompt came because of this prompt which we have, because of that prompt which you have, and when if you enter something, so it will come in this room name. Okay, and see, it was so instant because of the Firebase is real time. So this dev quiz was found, and if I go back here, see, I think the last one is dev quiz, it was swarm. So this is so fast, the firebase is so fast. So now whenever we click on some room, we need to go to that room, and this is the functionality of react router, because we are going to change the page. So what we are going to do, you have to install the react router now. So it's okay here, control J, npmi react router DOM I have to do. npmi react router DOM. So it got installed, so it get installed very soon. So control J again I have to do. And now to add react router DOM or routing in our project, we have to go to the app.js and add it there, because that is our root file. So we'll go there and we'll create it. Okay, so import browser router as router, comma switch, comma route from react router DOM. Okay, so actually its name is browser router, but we generally use that router. That is the most of the tutorials you will see it like that only. So here, router, actually we have to wrap everything in this router. Let me take it top router, and the sidebar will be outside of it. So then after that we'll have switch and route. So sidebar we will show every time, and switch will be the route. Sorry for that. Let me put my phone on, actually on silent. Okay, so chat, we'll have a route for chat, and can another route. Okay, so this route, the first route, this one, will have a path equal to slash rooms slash room id. So room id will get room id, so different rooms id will map it through it. So there will be different room ids, so it will also take to chat. And this, the another one is path equal to slash, it will also take to chat. So we'll change it soon. Means this is the thing which we have right now. So if we have a room id, this means a wild character. Okay, so let me save it. And so what is this? So no, the link is not there right now. So slash rooms slash say anything. It means like this. We can go and we will see that thing. Okay, so that is there. So now I will go to sidebar chat, sidebar chat. And we will have a link actually here, link. So link is something from React router, in which we have a link, like it is actually anchor tag under the hood. So I will go here, sidebar chat, and here import link from React, not this from React router DOM, link from React router DOM, and here I'll wrap everything in a link. So link, okay, let me move it up, alt and up arrow, give us some bit of tab, and link I have to give a 2, so 2 equal to like this, slash rooms slash dollar id slash rooms and slash dollar id. So what is this dollar id? So this is the id which we are passing actually from sidebar. So this is that name, this number, it is there. So we are getting that also there. So if I do this, where it is, yeah, if I save it now, so what will happen means sidebar chat, so now let me go here now, and if I click here, see this room id is changed. See this one, the room id is changed, this one the room id is changed. We are getting the correct room id. Okay, so now we have to show it. So now we are going to chat.js. Okay, at right place, yeah. So now we are going to chat.js, and here also we are going to not use the hard-coded things. So first import db from firebase, okay, import use. So we are going to use something known as params from react, oh, what happens, from react router DOM. Okay, use params from react router DOM. So what is this params do? So the params will give us the this params, whatever is in the browser params. So these are also known as browser params. These are a way to pass data in React. So to get that, how we'll get it from this params. Earlier we used to have something known as history and something, we used to get it like that. But now React router DOM has made us a nice custom hook. So this custom hook is very good. So if you come here and const room id equal to use params, which we have just done, use params, we'll get it in the room id. So like this we have to use. And now another thing which we are going to use is const room name. So we are having a use state again, set room name equal to use state. Okay, so like this, use state, and then use effect. Okay, I like this use effect thing. Now this will be dependent on room id, which we are getting from the params. Params means this we are getting. Okay, so it will be dependent on that. And if room id, then we are again going to have that thing db dot collection dot, not collection, and then rooms. I should have spell it right. Rooms dot top room id dot on snapshot. Room id dot on snapshot. So I'm taking the room id in the doc. I'm taking the room id, a room id. So here I'm going and taking one room id, then I'm going there. Okay, so dot snapshot is, see, set room is not an array, it's a string. So I'm going to set it as a string. So set room name is snapshot dot data dot name. Okay, this is done. And this room name is room name. This room name we will be showing it. If I save it, if I go here and dev case, see, dev case is coming. Now I'm going to dev help. See, it got changed. Going to coding room, so it got changed. So it is working actually perfectly fine. So we are going to have now the login, and means I'm going to take a 5 to 3 minute breaks, because again it will take a lot of time. And one more thing, there is no electricity. So if electricity doesn't come, then I have to do the rest of the part tomorrow, so that the login and all will be there. So let me come back. So what I will do, I will, so a lot of things are coming soon. Facebook, TikTok is already done actually, and we have done Tinder also. WhatsApp we are doing. Facebook and Insta are also coming soon. Okay, so you hear to this music. I don't know whether it's coming or not, and I am taking a 5 minute break. So friends, it was great. Then the electricity came back and I had my little break also. So let me stop this music. Okay, so we will go ahead, and what we are going to do now, we are going to do the login now. So login, which, what is the login? So login is what you see, means if I refresh it, actually once you do Google authentication, it doesn't save everything permanently, but if you refresh it, it will be gone. So this is the Google authentication which we are going to create like this. Okay, so let me do that. And for that, we are going to have a new file. Login.js. Login.js, I'm going to have rfce login, and components login.css also I'm going to have. So here port import login.css. Okay, and then class name equal to login, div dot login underscore container. Okay, so this will be there. There will be image of course of WhatsApp, because we're building a clone of WhatsApp. So src equal to something which I got from the web, and there's let there be alt equal to WhatsApp. Okay, and then inside this only it will be div dot login underscore text, and h1 will be sign in to WhatsApp, and after this there will be a button. So this is not a simple button, this is a material UI core button. Okay, and this will be sign in with Google. So we are signing into WhatsApp with Google using two different technology. We are creating WhatsApp, which is a Facebook product, through React, which is again a Facebook open source thing, and we are using Firebase, which is a Google thing. So all big companies sign in. On click sign in. So this sign in will be a function. So let me come here. Const sign in equal to like this. Yeah, like this. It is there. Sign in. Oh, I want the source. I want the source actually. Yeah, let me not forget it. Where is the login? Not reducer. Although I will need the reducer also soon. So again that issue. Go back somewhere else. Sign in like this. Let have the login.css also right now. So So what will be there in the login.css? Again, that login height and all those things will display grid place item center, so it will be in the center. Then the padding is there in the login container, text align, background color, border radius, box shadow. So this login container will be that nice container which we have, this container which we have, so it will be that. And image object fit container, this is very important to contain it, and so all of this are there. So let me do this login, but we will anyways will not see it here right now. Okay, so button, this button we are using important because we are overwriting the thing which is there in material UI, because we are using material UI button. Okay, so that is done. Now we want to first show the login screen. For that I will come to app.js. Okay, app.js, and the first thing is that I want to show it right now, means we want to see how it is. So we will create a temporary use state. Okay, this we are soon going to remove user set user equal to use state. Okay, use state was actually not imported earlier, so null, we are going to have null. So it will be null. Initially the user will be null. So what is going to happen? So now we have to show the login component. So login component should only be shown when the user is not logged in. So for that, here we'll come and have this. We'll use a ternary operator again. Not of user means, if it is not of user means it is null, means is null, not of user. Then we will show the login, and it will be login component here, or we will show the rest of the thing. Now what is the rest of the thing? Rest of the thing is this. Okay, I made one mistake actually. This should go down, this should go here. Okay, now let me have some space here. This div, this div which contains the app body, it will go inside here. Okay, it will go inside here, app body. So if the user is logged in, then we will show this thing. Save it. Now if we go back, we are going to see this sign in, because the user is not signed in, so we're going to use the nice thing. So now we have to use the authentication, and for the authentication is very simple. Turn on in Firebase, you have to go to authentication here, and then click on get started, and then we are doing Google authentication. We have plain email and password authentication, which we are going to learn soon actually. So we are going to do the Google authentication. This is disabled, so I will press here and then I will enable it, and it will ask this thing, and it will ask the support email also. Without it you cannot save it, so you have to give your support email. So I'm giving my email by which I have logged in. It will anyways give that. Save it. Now it is saving. Let it save. Okay, and it is enabled. Now I can see that it is enabled, so I can go back here, and here I will import auth comma provider from dot or yeah dot Firebase, because it is in the why what I'm doing actually, I don't have to do it here actually. It is wrong. I have to do it in the login, not here, because the sign in functionality is here. Dot dot firebase, yeah, dot firebase. Now the sign in is very simple, and I mean when you are doing it through Google authentication or Gmail authentication, if you mind. So sign in, I have to go here and then I have to do auth dot sign in. So it is giving me all the things which are possible. Sign in with, see, so with, we are going to sign in with pop-up. So it is also telling me what it is. Sign in with pop-up. Then I have to pass the provider and then dot, then result is clg is result and dot catch is error alert error dot message. So if there is error, let it be shown. Okay, so let me save now, and if everything is okay, it will show me a pop-up. And I will also I will, right now I'm only logging it. Okay, so let me go back here, actually here, and let me open my console, and then let me do this set sign in. So when I do a set sign in, this will open this pop-up. This pop-up is given to us by Google, and I'm clicking on my name. Okay, so yeah, so this is come. So the user object has come. So this is the see login.js line 8. Line 8 is this. It is coming from here. So object, so I got everything here actually. So name and all those things I have here in the object. Credentials, users, I have users, and in the users I have my name and everything. Even my Google image also is there. Whatever the image is there, it is also there. Okay, so it is done. So now what we are going to do, we are going to use this data at many places. Means the whatever the Google authentication data we are going to do. So we are going to use the concept of redux and especially the context API. So I'm not going to explain much about it, the context API and redux in the new scenario, in the React hook scenario. The context API and the redux and your redux can be used in a very efficient way. So for that, if you want to learn more, I have a redux tutorial, you can go through it. Okay, so first come here and so we are doing the redux part now. Okay, so we have to pass this thing, this user to different part of the thing. So we are using a combination of context API and redux. So component I'm coming, and then I'm doing state provider dot js, state provider dot js. So let me copy this state provider dot js. Okay, so state provider js. So I'm importing create context, use reducer from React, and then I'm creating a context. This is how we create a context in a new way. Means this is there in my React hooks tutorials also, this context thing. Then the state provider we are making and passing the reducer initial state and children to it, and using it in the reducer with the use reducer. So use reducer and use context, both of them I use using. So right, so this is done, and now we have to create a reducer actually. So reducer, yeah. So we are dispatching to the reducer. So reducer, we are going to create. So this is a bit of complicated topic, and you can know very well if you go through my redux tutorials and my hooks and everything. So reducer is where everything means it is generally done, means we, whenever an action is being sent in reducer, we do it means we change the state and all those things. So reducer is this reducer. So see, reducer initial state is user is null. So this user is very important, and we have to take a action type means set. Generally we can make it in a different file also, and state and action we will take. And if the action type is set user, we have generally only have one. We can generally, in bigger applications, we have multiple actions types. So it is set user, then we will return the state, and user is dot 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 means spreading it, and user is action dot user, whatever come, and return the state. So we have this user here set up, and now you see if some error is there. No, some error is not there. So now it's time to use it. So how to use it? So we have to wrap everything in the index.js. So because that's come even before this, from index.js only app.js comes. So index.js, I'm go, and here what I need to do to use the concept of redux in our application. We're doing all these things, all this stuff. Okay, so state provider. So this is something which we are doing as of because of context. Okay, so state provider is there, and we have to wrap the app with it. App will come on top of it here, app. Okay, and then initial state equal to initial state equal to initial state from, so initial state is also taken from the reducer. Initial state is taken from the reducer, and reducer equal to reducer. So reducer is also taken from the reducer. So reducer is also taken from the reducer. Initial state is also, I'm exporting it, I'm taking it from there, and here I'm passing the reducer initial state, and whatever children is whatever the pass, like app and all those things are the children. These are the children, means everything is children. So this is what we need to do to use redux in our application. So now it will be very easy for us to use the reducers. So we will go to the login now, and in login, so this use state value which we have created, we have to use it. This is actually a custom hooks type of a thing. So this we are going to use. So use state value, we have come, and then we have to come here, import action types from reducer. I don't know why I'm using it. Okay, I could have just gone, means I'm using it, but I could have just used it like this const. So this again, this will have a dispatch. This will have a dispatch and use state value. This use state value, and we are using this use state value, and use state value is also done in use state value. And now, so this is like a custom hook. Okay, so in then we are, when we are getting the result, instead of console logging it, here is the thing which we are going to change. Result dispatch type is action types, which we have imported action types dot set user, comma user is result dot user. So when we had seen the console, there was a username there, so we are setting it like that. So we are dispatching, so when we are dispatching through it, it will go to the reducer, so it will go to this. We are using set users, so action to set type is that set user, and the result action is this result, so it will set the new state. Okay, so something else I need, no. So I am dispatching it from the login, so I'm dispatching it from the login. Now I have to use it at many different places. Okay, so I am dispatching the username from the login. So now the main first place where I have to use it is the app.js. So app.js, again I will have this. This was actually very temporary, so I will remove this. I will remove this also, and here I can have the user. So there we have dispatched it and we can use it anyway. So user, here we are not dispatching it, so user will be there, and not of user, it is okay. So we will get the user, real username here, and user state value I need to import use state value dot components. Yeah, it is done. So something else, no. So now the user, I'm getting it from there. Now if I go back to localhost, let me do one thing, let me refresh it once, and now let me again sign in. Let me sign in and see, it took me here because it got the username. Now it will not load the login, but it will load this. So I am here, and now we have to do some changes because we are getting the user. So the first change which I'm going to do is in, let me close this, is in sidebar. In sidebar, again I'm going to use this actually in sidebar. So whenever I need the user, I can get it like this. From login I'm dispatching it, and I'm getting it in different components. So this is the main thing of a redux thing. So in sidebar, I'm there in the sidebar, and like here user. So again I need this, so I do like this, control space, and it will come user state value, and avatar is there, src equal to, we can give the user, and we can use this ternary thing. If it is there, then it will do. And then Google have something known as photo URL, which contains, if you have a photo URL, it will have this photo URL. So that's why we are getting this. And generally you can give user and dispatch if it is right. See, this is my actually what is saved in my Gmail. So this is the real data, this is my real profile. So this is been shown here. Okay, so now we are in a room. So what the thing is there, in a room we are going to have chats. chats, different chats we are going to have. So for that, what we are going to do, for that we are going to go to the WhatsApp, this Firebase again, and go to the Cloudflare store. Cloudflare store, you see that is inside a room. Okay, so we are going to create a let me okay, maybe dev, anyways we are going to remove them. dev help dev help we are going to do, and we are going to do a start collection here. Okay, so and then the collection ID will be, so you should understand each room will have a different chat, so we are doing it in the room for that reason. Messages, next, this auto ID, messages we have there, and this will be singular message. So this is the actually the message. Save it. So message is there, so we are going to have two more fields here. Okay, so two more fields, one will be name, so this will be a name, will be a simple string, and it will be maybe a bindu, add it, name, and another field I have to add it here, which will be, it is very important, time timestamp. Now it will not be a string, it will be a timestamp. You have to choose the timestamp here. You have to give the date, most probably give today's, whatever date you are creating it, so do give that, then add, so it is giving that. So it is showing like this, well, message, name, and timestamp. Okay, so this is what it is showing. So now we will add the code to show this message instead of the whatever the hard code it is there. So for that we have to go to chat.js. Okay, chat.js, because we are seeing all hard coded thing here. Okay, all these hard coded things are there. So chat.js, I'm there, and then let me have const messages comma set messages equal to use date, and it will be an empty array. Generally we get as an array only from firebase. Use state is already there, so messages and set messages are there. So I have this use effect is already there, so I'm inside a room ID. I'm already inside a room ID with the room ID in the chat. So what I'm going to do, I have to come below this. Okay, db dot collection rooms dot doc is room ID. Yeah, room ID is there. Dot collections is messages dot order. Actually we order by is very important, or else it will be in a wrong way. Time stamp, and we'll order by the timestamp field, and it will be ascending. Okay, by default it is descending. Now dot on snapshot is snapshot, and here this set messages will do snapshot dot docs dot map. Doc is doc dot data. Doc is doc dot data. Let me save it. Now instead of this hard coded thing, instead of this hard coded thing, let me do one thing. Let me remove this. We're soon going to use this, so that's why I have kept it. Messages dot map message. This all I will move up, bit of tab, and chat message. So I told that this true is there, so by default is okay. So a lot of things will change, like this will not be hard coded anymore. This will be message dot name. This will be message dot message, because we have named it message in the firebase also, because we have named it message here also. Message dot message, message dot name, and this will be new date. Message dot time, message dot timestamp dot to date dot to UTC string dot to UTC string. This is done. Now one of our room have this all these things. I think let us go to that, because that room only will show. Yeah, it is actually welcome to dev room only, which is which is having this. Yeah, welcome to dev room only have it. So this was our message actually. If you go back here, welcome to dev room. Okay, so this is working fine, and a timestamp also is fine. Okay. Okay. Now we have to create the logic to send the message from the input box at the bottom of the chat.js. That is the one of the most important thing, and that will almost complete our app actually. So let me in chat.js only we have to come, and here again we have this dispatch, nice dispatch thing. So we are going to use it again after where I have last used it. Yeah, here I have last used it. Control C, and let me do a Control V. So use dispatches there. I want to import it, and I want to import one more thing. Import firebase from See, this is the main firebase. So this is not a local firebase file, this is the main firebase. We want to use something from that. I will soon say why we are going to use it. So dispatcher use state value is there. So after that the send message thing will change. Okay, so send message thing will change. So db dot collection in rooms dot doc room id dot collection messages dot add message will be the input means whatever I have written it here, means where it is, yeah, this input message is this input. Okay, message is this input. Name will be user dot display name. So user dot display, this we are getting from the Google authentication. Name we are getting from the Google authentication, and for that reason only we are taking this user. And timestamp, see, timestamp, we can take the timestamp, the current timestamp from the client also. But what happens in a app like this, the user can be from different locations, someone can be from the US, someone can from India, so timestamp is different. So what we are going to do, we are going to take the server timestamp, and for that only we are imported the firebase from firebase dot fire store dot field value dot server timestamps. There is a function known as server timestamp, so this we can give. So rest is okay. And one thing which we need to change now is this true which we have here, this true right now. So one will be the sender, one will be the receiver. So this now we can change it now, and we'll make it message dot name triple equal to user dot display name, user dot display name. Message, whatever there is a message dot name, it is user dot display name, then it will show correctly. Now let me do that. Now if everything is right, welcome to the dev room. Yes, and anyway we hard coded it, so this is the, yes, it is a create room, so it is coming perfect. Okay, so it is working. And now some things are remaining like in chat only. This last cnat is there, we want to show that also correctly. Actually we have to show something there. So in chat only, where it is chat header in the last cnat is here. So last cnat is okay, last scene. New date is, so we'll take it from the last messages. messages dot length -1 timestamp dot to date. Okay, so date is like this, dot to date. Why it is giving me error? Dot to UTC string, but why it is giving me error? Date messages dot length. Let me save it. So this is ending here. Let me save it if the error is there. Yeah, the error is there. New date messages dot length. Let me do one thing. Where is my chat.js? Let me copy it from here. Might be missing some bracket, and there are no one to help me right now. Yeah, I might be missing some bracket. It's okay. So it is showing from the last message. Okay, so this is from the last message. Okay, so this is done. Now what we want to do, see these last messages, we want to really show the last message here, not like the last message only there. Okay, so for that I have to go to sidebar chat. Actually, sidebar chat I have to go, because the name and the last message is from here. Okay, so sidebar chat I have gone and here const const messages comma set messages equal to use state. Use the state like this, messages and set messages, and then I will have another use effect. You can have as many as use effect if you want, so it doesn't matter. Use effect, and this use effect will depend on the id which we have. Id if of id, what I'm doing, if of id, then db dot collection rooms dot doc id dot collection is messages dot order by is timestamp comma description dot on on snapshot set messages snapshot dot docs dot map doc is doc dot data. I think this time the brackets are right. Okay, so I've done this. Now I will come here, and instead of this last message, what I'm going to do, message is, so I want to show the 0th one. This is a great room. See, it is showing the last one. Coding room welcomes. So this is showing perfectly. Whatever is the last room, it will show this. Yes, it is. So it is showing perfectly. Okay, so I think it is working fine. Oh, one last rest is remaining. This is add new chat, and enter the new chat, and what we will say it, we'll say it dev fun let's have some fun. Let me show one more thing. I log into a different account. See, this is my wife's account actually. Yes, let's dance, and her name is also coming, and everything is fine. So our app is actually complete, and I'm quite happy with that. I'm able to do it in around less than 2.5 hours. Only the deployment is remaining, so let's quickly do the deployment also for this app. And see, our backend is also in firebase, and everything is in firebase, means the static app is also in firebase. The hosting is also in firebase, because what we had done earlier, it was for hosting, so it will be very easier. So if you do a month stack, it sometimes becomes very difficult, because you have to do that in Heroku, the Node.js and all those things. So next week we are going to do that, because still with that you can get a job more in month stack than in a firebase. But this is very cool, and I am seeing more small companies switching to this. So let me do this, because we are going to do it now here only. So I have to do firebase login, and it is showing that I have logged in firebase init, firebase init. Yes, I want to proceed, and then I have to use the down arrow to come to the hosting, and then space, then enter, then use an existing project, and my project name is WhatsApp Firebase YT. WhatsApp where is, I have so many projects, I have to find it. Yeah, so I have to go to the right project, WhatsApp Firebase YT is the right project. Press enter, and this is very important. This you have to give is this build directory, because by default React builds everything in the build directory. Okay, it's a single page app. Yes, it's a single page app. Automatically deploy, no, we are not doing automatically deploy. Okay, so now it is done. Now what we have to do, we have to create a production build by npm run build. So it will create a production build. Time warning. So it is creating. So generally, if I'm not streaming, it will not take this much time. Yeah, it is done. To deploy a firebase app, it is very easy. You have to now do it firebase deploy deploy, and it will deploy. So it is deployed. I can open it from here also, but I generally open it from here. I'm too lazy to open it from there, so I have to go to hosting, and it shows that it is working fine also. So hosting, so it is showing get started, but it is showing change, and this it is changed. I can close it because it is anyway not running. So I have to go here, and then yeah, it is working fine. Sign in with Google. I will sign in, and it got all my data. So it is going fine. Welcome here. So everything is working fine. So it is a fully deployable app which we have created, and I am quite proud of this, which we have created in this live stream of less than 2.5 hours. So feel free. So let me. Okay. So we have completed it finally. So as I have told, I'm quite proud of this build. So please, I put a lot into this builds also and on my channel. So please, if you have not subscribed yet, please do subscribe to my channel, and also like this video so that it can reach more people. Thank you again, and it's time to thank you all. Let me put it on chat also. Thank you all, and it's time to end this podcast, and it will be available tomorrow on YouTube, and I will provide the link also, but you can check my channel, and it will be by tomorrow. It will be available on YouTube without any editing. I don't do any editing all. So thank you all. Bye.